Welcome back to the Life, Unity, and Freedom channel. I am your host, Max. So, we know that the government shutdown ends and zero negotiations on the ACA subsidies or the SNAP benefits or anything. So, the government shutdown ends and nothing happens. 40 days, the longest shutdown, and what was accomplished exactly? I haven't heard anything. I don't know if you guys have heard anything, but I haven't heard that anything at all was accomplished. So I think it was 8 to 10 Democrats that caved in, and the shutdown ended, and that's that. So everything is in limbo. We didn't know. We don't know if the ACA subsidies are gonna be extended the way they are extending the tax cuts for the rich oligarchs. That was a part of the Big Beautiful Bill. That wasn't the Big Beautiful Bill, actually. But the Affordable Care Act subsidies weren't. And now, of course, they've been attacking the SNAP program on purpose. They don't care about the poor. Even though they have the funds to build a ballroom and spend billions and billions of dollars on defense, they don't have enough money to feed the hungry in America, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So we know that, in fact, this government and the oligarchs and those in power and those in Congress and those senators, those Supreme Court justices, all those people in power that are running the country are doing this on purpose because they don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about our families. They don't care about whoever is struggling financially and they cannot afford and they rely on this SNAP benefits. They don't care about them. So it's funny to me, though, that those MAGA Republicans that always bitch and complain about the people that are on the SNAP benefit. So they're always so eager and so they so easily, lash out on people that are on the SNAP benefit or the Affordable Care Act and things of that nature, but they never bitch about the tax cuts that the billionaires get. So when you're a billionaire and you get government money, it's okay, it's cool. But when you're poor and you need the SNAP benefit, which is government money, it's bad. How fucking stupid is that? Honestly, like, how fucking stupid are you, honestly, if you're a Republican supporter or a MAGA, that you are okay with the billionaires getting money from the government to become even more richer when that money doesn't trickle down to their, not even their employees, let alone you and your families. But you're against the SNAP benefit and those things that actually help, those in need. Like that's where the line is drawn between those who are independent or lean Democratic. And I'm not talking about the Democratic senators. No, I'm talking about the general public that care about those programs because they have humanity. Something that you MAGA supporters and Republicans probably have never heard of. It's humanity. Actually having a fucking heart and caring about these people that are in need. And not kissing ass of the oligarchs, which we have an oligarch in the White House, which is another stupid thing. Like, how do people still don't understand that you put a billionaire oligarch in the White House and you think this guy is going to give a crap about the working class and those in need and the poor? How? He hasn't had to struggle. He hasn't had to work in a crappy job. He hasn't had to work for anything. He was born with a silver spoon up his ass. How do you think that man is going to give a crap about you? All this love, on the oligarchs from Republicans and MAGA supporters, I don't understand it, honestly. Because you're going to get screwed over too. If they don't come to terms and negotiate something to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies and fix the issue with the SNAP program, everyone across the board is going to be impacted. And now you hear Trump and Scott Bassen talking about a $2,000 check that they're flaunting, that it's probably not going to happen, like every other lie that they've pitched. But even if it did, they're just throwing the American public another bone so that they can shut up and they can get their vote again, and they can keep on screwing them over with other things. Because just keep this in mind, if they would give a $2,000 check to those who are under the Affordable Care Act, because they're not going to expand the subsidies, just an example, $2,000 is nothing compared to how much their insurance is going to go up. It's nothing, honestly. Nothing at all. So, I mean, them giving you $2,000, it sounds good, but it doesn't even cover anything. Anything at all. There's so many more things that they can actually do, but the fact of the matter is that they don't care. They don't care about the working class. They don't. Democrats and Republicans, they're in this weird place, in this weird limbo. Republicans are way far right, and Democrats are leaning right as well. They always lean in favor of the big corporations instead of the actual working class people that put them in office. And that's the problem that we have in America now. And we've had it probably for a long time. But, it is what it is. I don't know where this goes, honestly. I mean, and God only knows what's going to happen, come next year midterms. If I'm being honest, I mean, God help us all, honestly. Because who knows where we'll be. I just hope and wish that things, stabilize, right? Because, for every, bad thing, there's always a good thing. So I guess we just have to be, diligent and do our best, and try to put those in office that we think are going to be able to represent us. Keep at it, stick with that, and keep pestering them, like I've said it before, and hope for the best, honestly. Because it just seems this year that things have just been piling and piling and piling, and even after we've seen all these negative things happening, you still have the MAGA support and the Republican support. And that's why millions say that this is MAGA is a cult. The Republican Party is a cult, honestly. Because how can you support, if you're not a billionaire or you have over $100 million in your bank account, how does it benefit you to support these people that are screwing you over? Like, when is it enough? Honestly, when is it enough? I guess they forget, that there's been so many empires. Well, there's been empires that have fallen the exact same way that the American empire is falling now. Whether they want to admit it or not, is the truth. It happened with the Roman Empire. It happened with the Spanish Empire, with the English Empire, and now we're the American Empire. And we're taking the same steps as all those other empires that have fallen before us. So let's just think about that too. Because no one is immune to that. And the same mistakes that those empires made are the same mistakes that the American empire has made as well. So, of course, we have to keep a positive mind, right? But we can't ignore the facts. Anyways, that's all I have for you folks today. Thank you so much for joining me again on another episode of the Live Unity and Freedom channel. I'm your host, Max. Hope everybody stays safe. Peace to everybody. And until the next episode.